I began my adventure to Myanmar, previously known as Burma, by flying from Seattle to Yangon with stops in Tokyo, Japan, and Bangkok, Thailand. Over 10 days I traveled by car from Yangon to Bago, Taungoo, Inle Lake, Pindya Caves, Mandalay, Mount Popa, Bagan, and Paya. My guide and driver was Aung Kyaw Sint, a graduate of the University of Yangon. Here is a picture of him with his wife and daughter. I flew from Seattle, Washington with stopovers in Tokyo and Bangkok, Thailand. From Bangkok, I took a short flight to Yangon, Myanmar. The monks are walking across the Ubin's Bridge. These unofficial guides have decorated their faces with popular type of sunscreen. Yangon, formerly called Rangoon, lies in the fertile delta country of central Myanmar on the Yangon River, about 18 miles from the Andaman Sea. About 4 million people live in this capital city of Myanmar.
Here's a town center, the Victory Garden, and I'm panning from east to west. City Hall. This is the Victory Monument. Very tall, surrounded by, I don't know, Garudas or lions. And then there's the stupa.
There is the Sule Paya in the center of Yangon. The golden Shwedagon Paya is the most sacred of all Buddhist sites in the country. The dome rises 230 feet above its base. According to legend, this stupa is 2,500 years old, but others believe it was built by the Mon sometime between the 6th and 10th centuries. The women are bathing the Buddha in water. Notice how they like to embellish the Buddhas with flashing lights and strings of colorful lights.
Okay, this is the cemetery that honors the 27,000 British and Burmese soldiers that died during World War II. It's beautifully maintained. A number of gardeners, all kinds of flowers.
The Kyaik Pun Paya consists of 400-foot high sitting Buddhas placed back to back around a huge square pillar just outside the city of Bago. The Khat Wain Kyaung Monastery is one of the 3 largest monasteries in the country. The monks here are having their meal in relative silence after having gone around the town to collect these alms from villagers in Bago.
hungry guys. So that now they got to go back and fill up the bowls again.
You can see that logging is one of the main businesses in Bago.
The big stupa.
The Shwesandaw Paya, at a height of 375 feet, dominates the town. It is said to be over 1,000 years old and was originally built by the Mons to enshrine 2 hairs of the Buddha. It has been leveled by several earthquakes and repaired several times, with the latest reconstruction completed in 1954. As at all payas in Myanmar, all visitors are required to enter the holy grounds barefoot and modestly clothed. Here are women pouring water over this Buddha to purify their bodies, speech, thoughts, social surroundings, environment, and nature. Public transportation consists of many of these overcrowded trucks as we enter the city of Taungoo. Here's one of the slow-moving trains where passengers jump on and off as it slowly moves down the tracks. Other forms of transportation include bikes, tractors, and horse and bullock carts.
Okay.
Nat worship predated Buddhism, and originally it was a form of animism associated with hills, trees, lakes, and other natural features. But the Burmese Nat has evolved into a spirit that may hold dominion over a place, person, or field of experience. This is a Nat Hui, or spirit festival, that is being held in a pavilion on the grounds of the Shwesandaw Paya in Taungoo. The Nat like loud and colorful music, so the musicians bang away at full volume on their gongs, drums, and xylophones. The music lures the Nat to the vicinity of the Piwa, but it takes a spirit medium or Nat Gadwa to make one materialize. Most Nat Gadwa are either women or male transvestites who sing and perform special dances that invite specific Nats to possess them. Both of these two Nat Gawas are men. The Myasigon Paya is undergoing some restoration. As you can see, the bamboo scaffolding covers it.
Okay, they're repairing this paya. These guys are up on a scaffold painting.
This is a common sight throughout Myanmar. The monks make their daily rounds of collecting alms from the villagers. For the villagers, it is an opportunity to gain merit by giving food and other gifts to the monks. Farmers often use these bullock carts to transport goods, including this huge pile of hay.
It's real barren and dry.
We are again on the road to Mandalay with stops at Inle Lake and Pindya Caves. The temperature is well over 95 degrees and you can smell and see the smoke in the air from wildfires and slash and burn activities. Inle Lake is about 14 miles long, 7 miles wide, with an elevation of 2,900 feet. Around 70,000 people live on the shores and islands of the lake. It has very calm waters dotted with patches of floating vegetation and busy fishing canoes. This is one of the many markets where the villagers gather to buy and exchange goods.
The local fish market, they got eels and fish.
Old people.
Yeah. Hey, this is the village on stilts.
There are 17 villages on stilts, mostly inhabited by the Inta people, who are culturally different from their Shan neighbors. Some believe they migrated here in the 18th century to avoid wars between the Thais and the Bangkok. Here is a father leg rolling, accompanied by his son. This leg roller is gathering seaweed to use in his floating garden. Here are two types of fishing nets. One is the cone-shaped net, and the other is the open scoop net. This monument with swan-like characters marks the spot where a ceremonial barge tipped over with 5 guardians from the Phang Da Yu. They are famous for propelling their flat-bottom boats by standing on one leg and wrapping the other leg around the oar. It enables the rower to better see the floating vegetation and to spot fish, as well as to relieve the arms.
This is in Inle Lake, a silkloom factory. She's weaving. Then she's making the silk, this lady. Ooh, and this is white silk. Okay, this is lotus plant, and they're making lotus silk for weaving. Okay, this is brass making. Heating the guy's doing the blower, heating. Okay, this is cigarillo manufacturing place. All these girls are watching TV and rolling cigarillos. Okay. Okay, they're filling it with pitch, and he says it costs $800 for this boat. $800. Yeah. Nice. How much is that boat?
$500 without engine.
$500 without engine.
Engine made Chinese $300.
Chinese engine is $300.
Japan 2 million just pushing hand. Running 3 million just very expensive.
Oh man. Okay, these guys are building canoes here. Like the kind the guy's getting out of right down there. And he's planing down the board. Make it nice.
Here they are making various types of jewelry.
Okay, they're making mulberry paper. Paper out of the mulberry tree. Mulberry tree's right over here. And then they cook it for 8 hours. And they pound it. This girl's pounding it away. And she's setting up the paper. They're now adding the flowers to the mulberry. Okay, she's taking the paper off now. Hope she doesn't rip it. Oh. And then she's got the ones with the flowers. Yeah. Yeah. Finished. Okay, they're making umbrellas here.
Here's a close-up of a leg rower with his family heading along the canal with us. We passed this man with his water buffalo swimming in the river. We are now going up. We went through several of these coffer dams on our way up to the river to the Shwezigon Paya. Several Pao villagers were returning to their villages after a day of shopping and bartering at the lake market. These three long-necked Karen villagers had set up a weaving shop to attract tourists. The two older women are sisters, and the young woman is one of their granddaughters.
Okay, this is washing time here. You got the water buffaloes out there. Girls bathing.
After traveling up the winding river, I came to the Shwesandaw Paya. There were hundreds of weather-beaten stupas surrounding this paya. Many looked as though they would collapse under the slightest wind.
Okay, these are tomatoes and beans and all kinds of vegetables in these gardens here.
We are now speeding back to town after a full day of exploring Inle Lake. This all-day boat ride cost just $10 including tip.
There's the end of the ride.
The Pindya Caves are a limestone cave that contain over 8,000 Buddha images made from alabaster, teak, marble, brick, lacquer, cement, and parts of the limestone cave itself. They have been put there over the centuries. Some have been recently painted gold, red, or black. Many have plaques on them indicating who the patron is or who it is dedicated to. After a long drive to the base of the structure, you can take an elevator to the entrance stairs and the first group of Buddhas.
This is the way up to the caves. I'll do a panorama once I get up here. Okay, I'm up near the lift. Okay, this is the beginning of the inside of the cave.
I am now entering the lowest part of the cave. We are back on the road to Mandalay. I've read where some of these work crews are actually forced labor crews. Again, the temperature is above 95 degrees, and you can see they are working with hot tar on an asphalt road, and many are not wearing any shoes. There are also a lot of women working here as well. Some say they work for a 10-hour day and receive little more than a meal money.
Okay, this is a forest fire. Just coming down from the hill here. And then everything gets smoky.
While passing through the town of Kyaik, just south of Mandalay, we came across this parade. I talked to one of the participants, and he said the parade party was to celebrate the entry of the boys who were on horseback becoming monks. Notice the parade includes some Nat spirit mediums along with their loud music. They will perform a Nat Kui the night before a Shinpui, or a Buddhist novice ordination ceremony, as a way of receiving the Nat blessings.
America. Seattle. Yeah. Hello.
Very thank you.
Hello. Thank you.
From Mandalay Hill, you can see the city below and the vast central plain that surrounds Mandalay. The population of Mandalay is about 800,000 people. In addition to the flashing lights around the heads of the Buddhas, the monks operate this sky chariot. People place money and wishes into the chariot, and then it works its way up near the top of the stupa where the money and the wishes are removed and placed inside, while the chariot returns. Here is a father and daughter praying before the Buddha with the flashing lights.
This is the Mandalay Fort. A very calm morning. Very smoky, calm morning. Here's all the commuters.
The Mandalay Marionette Show performs nightly and features some of the legends of Buddha as well as other native legends. Myanmar puppetry dates back several centuries and was a favorite of Myanmar royalty, especially during the Kon Bong era between 1820 and 1885. During that time, people were prohibited from dancing before the kings, so the puppets were their substitutes.
Fellows beginning the beating of the gold leaf. Beating more. They start with pieces right there, and then she puts it on the bamboo paper. So it's further pressed, and then these young ladies are cutting it up and putting it on the final. Look at how thin that is. Oh, so it starts with the little pads of bamboo. And then they put it in the trays here. And then when it's ready, they lift it out and they put it on this tray here. And then when it's dried, they pull it off. Beating the bamboo on brass until it becomes like wax paper. Okay, these are snake skins. They're going to make into clothing like jackets and things like that.
This Mahamuni Buddha, it is about 13 feet tall, and over the years thousands of devout Buddhist men have completely covered the figure in a 6-inch thick layer of gold leaf.
Almost done with this one, huh?
The tapestry, or kalanga, made here consists of pieces of colored cloth heavily embroidered with silver or gold colored thread, metal sequins, and glass beads, and feature mythological Burmese figures in padded relief.
She's got the beads there, picking out the beads and then putting them in a string.
One square foot pieces cost between $5 and $10, and 5 foot square pieces cost about $65 to $75. I'm on a ferry boat on my way to Mingun on the Ayeyarwady River.
Along the Ayeyarwady River up to the Mingun ruins. Here's a little fishing village. Okay, this is Mingun, where the stupa that was going to be the largest paya.
These 3 girls were my unofficial guides in Mingun.
But an earthquake destroyed it, so the king that wanted it done died. This is the main stupa. Got destroyed in an earthquake. Here's all that's left. It's the base. And there's the stairs up to the top.
This pavilion houses the statue of
Say what?
Molmi Saidya, a famous Buddhist abbot. This nun is chanting a prayer on my behalf by the Mingun bell.
Chesaba.
They are unloading this boat, quite the load. They are making sugarcane juice.
Okay, here she's bringing the juice. Okay, this is the base of Mount Popa, where the gnats are. There's 37 spirits. Not supposed to wear black here, so bad karma. Okay, I'm gonna do a close-up. So there's the. So I'll take the stairs going up. Okay, monkey madness here. They're everywhere. You like monkeys?
Yes.
Okay, I'm at the top, looking to the south.
Mount Popa has been described as the Mount Olympus of Myanmar, and it's considered the abode of Myanmar's most powerful knot. Ma Woon is considered the patron mount of medicinal and magico-religious herbs. There are figures representing the 37 knot, and Mount Popa is a major pilgrimage destination.
Stairs, covered stairs coming up. There's a Paya down below. And there's the little village below where we had lunch. And the road out. And all these little niches with Buddhas in them.
Here are some Nat figures representing some of the Nats. This fellow collects palm juice so he can have it distilled for palm liquor, a potent drink.
Okay. Yeah. Ha! Okay, now this is the distiller. Whoa!
No patrol.
We have arrived in Bagan and begin to tour the archaeological zone. There are thousands of stupas and pathos or temples as far as the eye can see. Bagan entered its golden period in the 10th century and it ended with the invasion of the Mongols of Kublai Khan in 1287.
Okay, this is the, I think, a Bayou Plateau. Popa Paya stupa, they said to be one of the oldest in Bagan at the time. They built the various boats and ferry boats down below. Okay, this is the Mahabodhi Pagoda.
What it's worth is me, to say Mahabodhi Paya.
This is the Anara Pagoda. Courtyard.
The Sulamani Pahto looms in the background as this woman tends to her flock of goats. Under sponsorship of UNESCO, local artisans are working to restore many of these sites by using traditional methods along with some advanced engineering designs to prevent damage from future earthquakes. Here is a view of the Bagan area from on top of the Shwesandaw Paya. The rectangular metal structure in the distance is a viewing tower currently under construction. Many of these pathos contain 4 Buddhists seated in all 4 cardinal directions, along with frescoes depicting various scenes from the life of Buddha.
Hello. Oh, you got a big cigar there. What is it, corn? Corn and tobacco? Tobacco? Oh.
The Shwezigon Paya was built to enshrine one of the 4 replicas of the Buddha tooth in Sri Lanka and to mark the northern edge of the city. The monks are returning from collecting alms for their evening meals.
Entrance.
The Shwesandaw Paya dominates the city of Paya. This Paya contains a couple of Buddha hairs and is one of the key pilgrimage spots in Myanmar.
Stairs leading all the way up, and then over here is the Buddha, sitting Buddha. It's opposite the Paya.
Jijo Ukaya Yoshila, Ching Mahabodhi Jamia, Ditanaro Miyaji, Yufa Buzo and Lugatana, Punyata, Ching Taisa Nivari, Guru Taisa, Chujay, Ching.
Looking east, you can see an enormous seated Buddha figure known as Htaukkyant Paya rising up from the tree line, glistening in the afternoon sun. The Kyaik Palace restaurant is a government-owned and features a huge buffet dinner along with some great dance performances. As my trip to Myanmar draws to a close, I enjoy some great Burmese food along with some beautiful native dancing.